Frog God, Frog God.
Hi, Frog God fans. Today we're going to be playing our sGate game again. It's been a little while. So, yeah, above me is Brandon Powers. Wait, we don't do intro for this one. We're good. Take it away.
By all means, you can intro because I think we're up to current. But yeah, welcome back to Bard's Gate. Welcome back to the mine that this group of intrepid adventurers has found out in the woodlands. Tonight, the part of Krieg will be played by Alice Peng.
What? No. I mean, okay. I'm getting
John
ready to play Thorad.
John's schedule is a little too busy, and so he had told us he was trying to get one more session in, but unfortunately, it just did not work out that we all could line up for that session. So we're going to finish this up, which it was really close to being done, and then we're going to figure out what we're doing after that. So we're going to start over beautiful woodlands, and in it there's the whinnies and neighs of horses, and suddenly the pounding of hooves come upon us. We look, and there's these blood-drenched warrior horses that have been unleashed, that they got their Braveheart speech, and now they run free, drenched in the blood of Gidney's enemies. We pass by the forest, zooming through to the mine, the hole in the wall of this cliffside. Outside now, there's a number of people who are kind of limping out, obviously malnourished, hurt, wounded, just kind of beat down, sheltering their eyes from the brightness of the sun as they emerge from the cave for the first time in only the GM knows how long. All of them pale, gaunt, for their races, and definitely just kind of have disbelieving eyes as they look out on the world. One of them grabs onto the other, and they're like, "Can you believe it? I thought we would die in there." And they all just kind of nod, and the camera zooms past them into this winding, turning map that you guys have been exploring, passing hallways into a room, and it follows the rails down into in a circular room, and then zooms past a pit with all this detritus that has been getting scooped into it, and then down into a stairwell with these chains, with hands hanging on the chains that no longer move, no longer lash out at those within the room. And then it comes upon our four weary, beleaguered adventurers here that have been set upon and I think almost died. And go ahead and share that map with you guys. And we cut last time, I think, right after the fight. So if you guys have any healing that you need to accomplish, by all means, this would be a good time. 5th edition, you are able to heal yourself a certain number of times per day. Basically, your level number of times per day.
I think I know I did that last time.
We are a bloody mess. Four just beat down, knocked down, but we survived.
Yeah, well, I leveled since the last time I used mine, so I do get a new one. So I think I'm going to use mine, Brandon, because I'm more than a little.
Yeah, I didn't think that we'd done any of our use of our hit dice with this group. I thought we had always just kind of got by on this day.
Okay, yeah, we hadn't had any rests. We just kind of woke up, had breakfast. Well, they did, and then I kind of snuck up on them and crashed the party.
Yeah. Now, Thorad, you did use second wind. I know that.
Yeah.
And the reason
I
we're
remember
kind of
that part. That's on my notes.
A little bit off on what exactly we've used is since last time the virtual tabletop was not functioning for us. So we're coming back with our notes from a long time ago.
Yeah, I do know that I used second wind. That part is listed for me. So.
Okay. And so you guys can, if you're taking a rest here, which at the moment the room seems kind of like a dead-end environment, and there's bodies littering the floor to the south of you. of the people that you have slaughtered while you were here, but they didn't seem like nice folks. You could take a short rest while you're kind of holed up in this room and use as many of your hit dice as you would like to.
Yeah, well, I've used 2 now. I want to keep 1. I don't know if we have any other healing, but I'm going to keep 1 left. Because I'm down 14 at that point, and it's in my green zone, you know. I'm good with going like this.
I'm going to use 1 hit die, and that puts me at 7 hit points. And no, I'm going to use both of them.
You know, I'm just going to use both of them as well. Oh, I'm going to use my last one as well, I mean. Oh, much better. Yeah, that was the right thing. I'm all healed up, mostly.
You two don't seem bad at this point.
Nope, let's go.
Well, still bloody messes, but we're not feeling quite as under the weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I just Bruce Willis myself in last Man Standing. You know, yeah. When he in the abandoned church.
On your hit die on the first page at the very bottom of the sheet, and that'll go and let you go and roll. So I just double click on the dice there.
Yeah, you can grab that or drag it or double click it. Yeah.
Krieg burns 2 of his and is able to get back some of his stuff. And he was pretty low on spells, I know.
Well, I have 1 spell left, and I'm saving it. Anon.
I have 1 spell left as well, and I'm in good shape. Gidney
Awesome.
looks like he's ready to go and run another marathon.
Let's go then. We're good to go.
So we've searched the bodies, I presume?
Yes, we're going to search the bodies, and we're going. And I don't know about you guys, but Thorad wants to rip down all those chains and all those hands. I don't want those animating on me again.
I thought he electrified them all as I was doing something stupid.
Oh, yes. The shocking grasp is what brought those hands low.
Oh, that's right. I did. Or someone did.
Yeah, that was Krieg.
That was Krieg, yeah. I was like, wait, wrong character. This one doesn't have that. This one has Longstrider Heroism, Prestige, that award. Okie dokie. Can't hear you, Steven.
Goodness gracious. So we're resting. We are searching the bodies in between, taking a look at what they have, and just trying to go and keep quiet and listen to, is there anything else approaching? And just trying to recover here.
Yeah. Is this a fortifiable space for us to unfortunately have a 10-minute adventuring day? Because we are beat up.
You guys seem great to me.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
4 hit points down among the group of you. I mean...
Yeah, but it sounds like we're going into a final fight with very few resources, but we're good to go. Let's go. Let's go. This is going to be epic. This is going to be an epic battle. But yeah, if we, sounds like we're good. Let's go. I do want to rest long enough to get my second wind back, though.
That's
a short one.
Because if you guys recover hit dice.
Cool. So I've got my second wind back, which means, yay, I get to attack them an extra time at some point. Well, take an extra action, which is going to be attacking them in the face.
What if they're innocent? What if they don't want to attack us? Why are we talking about murder all the time?
Says the man who's murder, death, kill, I think is his motto.
I'm wearing entrails and got their blood all over my face. Like, yeah. Let's do this.
I was listening back to episode 1 earlier today. And Gidney, when he was asked about if he used a fork, said, "Oh no, I'm more here to learn about them through observation, not do necessarily what the behaviors of people around me are." And so it was said, "Oh, so you're not going to go native on us?" And then there was Murder, Death, Kill Gidney. How quickly observing only changed.
This is what happens when Guinea doesn't get his nap time.
Gotcha.
I think that might have less to do with Gidney and more to do with Pex there.
I agree.
Well, reading from my character sheet, my ideals are I must earn glory in battle for myself and my clan. I remember every insult I've received and nurse a silent resentment towards anyone who's ever wronged me. And my family, clan, or tribe is the most important thing in my life. So that's what put me off on my rage.
So, you guys were asking as you guys are resting on searching the local area. The bodies, the priestly guy had some scale mail, a club, a whip, a necklace of these chained hands, a book on him, as well as some of those shackles that the other guys had been carrying that you dealt with before. The martial guy that seemed to try and stop you guys from getting back at him was wearing chainmail, had a long sword, another whip, longbow, arrows, a couple of potions, and a horn.
Hmm. What kind of condition is the horn in?
This guy kept his gear all in very good condition. And you look at the horn, and it's old, but it does not seem like it has suffered during its age. So seems like it's fairly wood.
Got it. So that sounds like it could be magical. Let's go and keep it aside. Trying to think of what else we want to do here. I think now that we're rested, we can go and start exploring the rest of this place and see if there's any more prisoners that we can release.
Yeah, I think so.
Also, in the south of the chapel area, it's a domed environment back there, cut out of the rock. But in there, there's this statue that the group of you has kind of been looking at with nervousness during this time. And it is this winged creature with these large bat-like wings, vicious-looking claws, fangs and pointed teeth on its face. It seems to be carved out entirely of a single block, including the base it stands on, of some sort of material that has a pink color to it.
You mentioned the map, but the map has not populated for me, just so you know.
I hit share. Maybe that unshared, but none of you guys had it open at the time, and
thank you. I see the map now.
Yeah. This is the world you live in.
So I want to search that statue.
These were the monsters you were given.
I want to search that statue, and I am a dwarf, so this being one piece of stone might be a little bit of interest to me, and I'd like to roll stone cunning.
Sure.
How does stone cunning work in 5e? I know that...
You're the one with the abilities tab there.
I know, right? I'm looking. Oh, well. Apparently it's an intelligence history roll. And I double my modifier for it. So that's going to be a 17.
Okay. That's going to be a 17. You move up to the thing and kind of look at it for a little bit, study it. It does not look like something that you'd want to really deal with by any means. But as you move closer to it, all of a sudden you start to feel boom, 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 boom. Your heart starts to beat faster, and you start to just kind of sweat. You feel like its eyes are upon you, watching you. The claws, as in those, when people are kind of like on drugs and the room kind of shifts and they're focusing at a weird part. And, you just kind of like are focused on that claw that almost seems like it's elongating to get to you. And you just feel all of this going on as the world slows down, and all you can look at is really that face behind the claw reaching out to you, and you feel your heart bum, 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 bum.
I'm going to swing with my glaive and behead it. I'm just kind of swinging right around our dwarf friend there and just swing.
Don't think this is a...
You, Kananan, you kind of see Thorad, obviously, just kind of like, there. He's just idly, it's like licking his lips. You can see sweat beating up on him and all. And you're like, that shouldn't be. And as you spin your glaive around in, your cool martial display, you can sense this emanation of evil radiating off of the statue. And then you're like, and goodbye. And as his glaive cuts into the salt, you guys hear it crack and fracture. The head comes off, and at that point, Thorad, you get enough power to just kind of like stumble back away from it.
Okie dokie.
I have none of that anymore.
I stumble back. Yeah, which way next?
That way.
North.
Okay.
Is there anything else? Is there anything under the statue, or it sounds like you said that it's made out of salt. So, how old does it look? I mean, now that we don't have the evilness of it, I hope there isn't. I don't want to touch it. I'm going to prod it with my halberd from a distance and just kind of get a sense of what it is. And are there any other things? And did any of these people that we dispatched, did they have any symbols on them that looked like this?
You haven't seen anything that has this obvious demonic nature to it, or devil nature to it. Basically lower planes. But they did have more, just like the big guy. I didn't tell you the loot that the 2 or 3, I can't remember how many there were, of the smaller guys. But they have those same talismans of the shackled hands. As you were looking around and tossing their bodies.
I start searching for a burned half-orc. I mean, wrong game.
And Thorad, as you kind of stumble back and such, you get over to the wall here, and you're kind of shaking off whatever that was that's got you pretty worried. And you look over, and you're like, that doesn't seem quite right. There's something off about the wall right by you.
There's something wrong with this wall. Kick. That didn't do it. Kick. Did that do it? See if I'm out opening it, in case you couldn't translate that from Dwarven.
Sure. You are able to open it up, and there is a stairwell that leads up and to another wall.
I head up, and I head up. Does it feel like this, based on my understanding of stone and orientation, that this will head into an area that we've been to?
You think so, because you guys have been kind of going left the whole time.
Okay. I will go up and open that door.
Hey, Steven.
Yep.
Where do these stairs go?
They go up.
That's right. Ghostbusters!
Stairs go up. Stairs go down.
Intelligence of 9, so that's not the right question for me. They go up.
And yes, you come back into a room that you guys had been into before.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
So we made a loop-de-loop.
Yep, we did. We made a loop-de-loop. Okay. I start guiding us this way. It won't let me...
This way. You've disappeared.
I guide us that way.
Oh, out the door.
Out the door.
Right.
To the other hall that we were... So apparently we picked the right way to go first, because it looped us right back.
No, you picked the left way.
But bum. We'll be
I'm
here
here
all
all
night,
night.
guys.
Okay,
Hey,
what's your
I'm
next?
toning down my crazy right now. I've been crazier earlier.
So if we turn right, we go out, and if we go straight ahead, we go into a space that we haven't searched yet.
Correct. So we're going straight.
And then there was stuff up north
Up in
if
the
you'd
far
use the
north.
other exit that you haven't found, that you haven't gone through yet.
We'll
Got
do
it.
that too. Yep. So we'll go this way.
Okay. Krieg's doing twirls. I saws it. So you come in to this area, and similar to that chapel that you were just in, it seems much that it was carved out at one point, and it doesn't show any signs of being natural cavern, but it has been, the walls have been smoothed down, and it's been made to look more presentable as you come in. Thorad, it even has some furniture, which has been a rare thing to find as you're moving through here beyond beds. And you see a couple of bookshelves and a table in here.
Okay.
No one moves in here. There's a door in the north wall.
Door in the north wall. Okay.
We can update the map, then we can go and take a look at what's going on there.
Krieg,
You guys can just move down the hall by all means.
ask Krieg to look through the book, see if there's anything interesting.
Of course. I've been known to read while drinking. Thought you were playing Krieg tonight. That's why we had our announcement. The part of Krieg by Alice
Okay.
Pang.
I will actually roleplay him. I did not know if I was supposed to. I thought I was just supposed to roll his dice. Where is his token?
He's in the room with you guys. Do you not see him? Oh.
My map is
I don't see
gray.
the token. Okay, there. Now I see the token. Hello. Okay, so...
The table's blocking your line of sight.
I can't make him my active speaker enough, apparently. Anyways, yeah, so he is going to go and look at stuff.
Sure. Krieg comes over and he...
Not about drinking, not about drinking, not about drinking.
That is absolutely correct. So he goes over to the desk and opens it up and finds some correspondence. And
Not about drinking, not about drinking. Oh, this might be about drinking.
Hey, Pex, use your mouse wheel to scroll out, or your middle mouse button to scroll to the left and down.
We're getting secret messages from Pex.
Good. And no to both.
Okay.
I bet it's really small.
No, I haven't maximized even.
Okay.
I have a letter.
You have a letter.
And now I have the same gray map.
Okay. So middle mouse button scrolling out. Hold middle mouse button to pan around. See if it moves. Does it move for you?
Nope.
Okay. So Brandon, what you need to do is reassociate his token, please, to Gidney. So delete the current Gidney and make a new Gidney by pulling it off his sheet, and that should reassociate him.
Whoa. Original gate. Whoa, I have map now.
See, told you. Whoa.
I guess original Gidney's gone off to the great heavens in the sky.
This is why I'm tech support.
Did you turn it off and on again?
Kanon and on. Is that why your name's Kanon and on? Because you turn it on and on again?
So, the letter. C. We have need of more slaves for continuing our building projects in the Hatha Peaks. Due to mountainous terrain and many caverns, it is preferred that you choose specimens of good strength and that are accustomed to work in low lighting conditions. I have sent my emissary, Ichthor, to serve as your overseer and see to the training of the slaves. The mine should serve as a perfect training ground for the type of skills that are necessary. A transfer of 20 slaves is expected every month, with a payment of 10 shillings per slave, as our agreed sum. G.
Anyone else hear that voiceover?
Some guy named G-Man.
I think that's the game master. Or God. Okay, well, we know a C and a G now.
And Ixthol.
Ichthor. Emissary Ichthor. Ikthor. Ichthor. Got it. So we're expecting him. Okay, I've got bad jokes all night long. I should stop.
Didn't one of them say one of their overlords was some like regular name, like Courtney or Bruce or something? Kevin
or John.
It was a plain name. I remember that. I just don't remember what it was. That's what I get for not taking notes.
No, you definitely haven't gotten that.
I'm going to rewatch every episode now.
Cool.
Oh, we adore you. I hope you know that, Pex. We adore you.
Pex, that just means our viewership goes up. I mean, it's a win-win.
I'm helping the cause, man.
Well, you have a fan. You have at least one fan. He talks about you. We know this. You should say hi to your fans.
It makes the 97 hours worth it, let me tell you.
97 hours? What are you talking about?
Pex, I'm a fan of yours.
Aw.
Totally.
Oh, okay. I say we grab the letter and we keep on going up that doorway and out the doorway before Lala starts thinking of other bad jokes.
I'm going to go and stand guard at the entranceway to here. I'm listening to anything coming down the hallways.
Sure.
And I'm terrible at searching, so somebody else is going to have to do that if they want to go and find anything in these bookshelves.
Well, I believe that would be our drunkard. Nope, not our drunkard. Not our drunkard.
Gidney's probably the best at searching.
Yeah, probably, because not any of the characters in my control. I mean, I'm okay. Sure, I'll go. Here's my search.
I'm going to go search open the door.
Okay. Thorad, well, you are searching through, and Krieg is reading stuff. Gidney walks up and opens the door.
Aha! Huh?
You hear a high-pitched scream as Gidney throws open the door and goes, "Ha ha!" Gidney, you see an eye post basically screwed into the ground, and there's a chain coming off of it. The chain breaks off for 2 bracelets, and then there's a collar around a young girl's neck that is being held here. She screams as you run in the room with your "Ha-ha!" Of all the rooms, of all the gin joints in all the world, you had to ha-ha into hers.
For anyone who got me hitting the microphone, I'm so sorry for that sound. That is not one I'm going to be able to remove from the track. Okay.
I think we're both traumatized.
Not what you were expecting, eh?
I just slowly shut the door. Nothing in the room at all. Nothing.
Nothing up here, guys.
Okay.
So you're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and you're like closing the door. You can see that this girl is obviously not eaten very well. She has been beaten. You can see black eyes and swelling that the girl has received. She is dirty and unkept here. And just generally does not look well. Through her matted hair, you can see some gentle points of ears coming up from behind it.
Oh, I can't. Hi?
Please just let me go. She starts crying. I swear, I won't tell anybody about what you doing here.
Good. You're free.
What? Is this another one of your sick games? You sent an omen that's going to torture me now because Cromlin had enough?
Cromlin, there we go. There's a name.
It's like Kevin, exactly. I walk in next to her and sit down Indian style and look her in the eyes as she's tearing up. I like games.
Kind of flinches away from you, very, very skittish, nervous, kind of expecting some sort of trap. You, Thorad and Kanananon in the next room, you guys by all means can hear that Gidney's talking to somebody.
We're going to play a game, guys. You want to join?
I'm going to rush in there.
Pets freaks me.
Kanananon, you come in and you can see this.
I rush in there too.
Half-elven girl. Thorad, you step on her. That's where she is. You're not in combat squares, so you by all means could be much closer. But yes, this half-elven girl that has obviously been beaten. She's chained to the ground, bound, both manacles as well as around her neck here, and is just in bad condition and seems really scared, uncertain, and as you and Thorad kind of rush in, she seems just terrified all of a sudden as so many people come.
Whoa! We're here to free the slaves. You okay?
I look at Gidney sitting cross-legged talking to her, and I go, "What in the hell are you doing?" And I swing my halberd and just take that chain off of the post.
I'm actually fishing for good berries because it'll help her nourishment issue. So I'm fishing for the good berries that the like 2 that I had left, and I'm going to offer them to her. I'm going to offer 1 to her at least. Yeah, 1 good berry to her.
As your weapon beats down into it, all of you can see the sparks, fly off as he just smashes into that with the halberd, breaking the chain with it. I think it's a glaive, but polearm.
Yes, it's a glaive.
Okay, with the glaive, breaking it, loosing her from the ground, which she's basically been forced into this kind of hunched over position. Thorad, you're searching for good berries. You might want to check your beard. I don't know. They sometimes catch in there. And Gidney's like, we're gonna play a game.
No game now.
I'm gonna offer her a good berry. This'll help you feel a little better.
I don't understand what's going on. Are you not with them?
Nope. I'm a little short and a little wide for them. Do you know who, can you tell us a bit about the people that did hold you? We're trying to kill them all. I think that's what Gidney said. Well, we're trying to stop them.
I've been in here. I've been in here. I don't know how long. It's been dark when Cromlin's not here. He's just left me here on the ground.
What does Cromlin look like?
He's big. He's strong. He wears armor. When he comes in, he takes it off before he goes to bed. He doesn't do anything in this room other than sleep, and I've just been chained on the floor here.
Does it sound like any of the people we fought?
Yeah, she starts providing a description. It sounds like the warrior of them that you guys talk with, basically.
He's not going to be any trouble anymore. We killed him.
I take the entrails off my neck and dangle. This is him!
I really
and you are free.
I really want Rafiki to hold Gidney up in the circle of life.
I'm just picturing Gidney joining the tribes in Diablo 2 of the Utini tribes that shoot the blowguns.
Rakanishus.
Yeah, Rakinishu. I just picture Gidney joining the Rakinishus. I was trying
She
to
seems absolutely horrified by what Gidney dangles in front of her.
apparently gnomes are a bit weird, but yeah, we came from Bard's Gate to save all of you. So
Where I was in Tent City before, and then one night they just came and they grabbed me, they beat me, they threw me onto a horse, and then I found they took me here, and I've just been basically locked in this room the whole time since then.
well, we gotcha. Come on, why don't you get up, try your legs a bit. You're a little wobbly there, but we'll get you out in somewhere safe. There are a bunch of other freed slaves outside. They're gathering, and once we finish clearing the place out, we'll help you all get back to Tent City. We just have a few more rooms to find a few more captives, and anyone else responsible.
Purge the evil from this domain.
Yeah, what he said.
Care about the killer horses outside too.
Oh yeah, horses are our friends.
Capitalism.
They probably murdered them all.
Poor slaves.
No animal is as bloodthirsty as a horse. Get a whole group of horses together, whew.
Whew.
Murder city. Except it's not a city, it's just a group of horses murdering people.
It's not a murder. It's a group of horses.
Yeah, she definitely seems wobbly on her feet. The way that she was chained up didn't allow her to move all that much. And she has no idea how long she's been there, though she knows that Cromlin has, come and gone to sleep several times while she's been chained on the floor there.
So there is a bed in the room, yes?
Yes. And as you look at the bed underneath it, you can see that there is a lockbox.
I snatch it. Ooh, game's in here. I'm gonna try opening this box.
There, you start to open it, and there's a lock on it. The box
Smash it on the ground.
The box is bound with iron to try and help it against such shenanigans and trickery.
Stupid box. And I slide it away from me. Over toward the party.
Guarding the entrance here. I don't want to get snuck up on.
So, Thorad, you're going to walk her out?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk her out. Let me know if I get jumped. Walking her out.
She doesn't stab you.
Okay, walked her out, all the way out.
There's, you can see that people are out here. They're trying to put up some of the tents that the horses destroyed with malicious intent. And, basically making the best that they can. They look upon you, and I heard Gidney was coming with you. And, they're like, oh, is it done?
Not yet.
We go?
Please take care of her. We'll be back. Next round will be, hopefully, yeah.
Ding, ding. Next round.
Not done yet.
I look around for the killer horses.
You do not see any signs of horses currently stalking this group that is setting up camp here, waiting to pounce on them. As we all know, horses love to pounce.
I mean, I'm just thinking in my head they're going to be dead before sunrise and go back in the cave.
Well, horses are primarily nocturnal predators. I think that's well established.
Okay,
yes,
go back inside. Go back inside and let's start looking around. Is there a secret room that we find over here at all? And if
you're welcome to roll your search check as you check it out.
Okay, search check. So let me do my investigation.
You were trying to have Gidney search, but he decided he wanted to see the next room.
Yeah, let's have Krieg start investigating since I was busy escorting her out. Krieg will start looking around. That's a 13.
Gidney, by the way, does have a chest that it's pulled out from underneath the bed. Krieg finds that, but not a whole lot. The the stuff in here seems to mainly be kind of like business ledgers, dealing not only with the slaves and the salt mining that has been going on here, but a bunch of slaves are being sent further on. He's able to gather that this is kind of more the gathering point. They take the weak slaves and then they do, they grab the stronger slaves for something else.
Okay. Appreciate the PG-13 version. Thank you. Let's keep going, guys.
What do you mean PG-13 version?
Or PG version of what could be here. Appreciate that. Next, let's move on before, yeah.
I'm not certain what you're talking about.
Never mind.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. We're good. I say we move along.
Yeah.
Nothing but Scrabble here.
Yep.
Let's head back north. I think there's some cavern up there that we hadn't searched during the combat because we decided to go south instead of north.
Yeah, sounds good. So let's go north. Let's start searching. Search. I'm a dwarf. I like stone. Let's see if that helps.
I try the box one more time before I follow. I just smash it on the ground.
I can just see Gidney running up to the top of the stairs and then throwing it over the edge.
You know what? I'm taking the box with me. That's the end of that.
The rest of you start like, okay, let's go. And then like Gidney's coming. He's like pulling this box as big as he is. It's just making a horrible racket on the ground. And, pulling it and such.
Gidney's just setting a trap.
A couple of stairs.
Gidney's just setting a trap. They'll hear him. They'll come, and I'll meet them in the face.
It's got to have the best games inside this box. I just know it.
So after you
watch,
when you throw it down and it takes that 50-foot fall, that all the pieces to all those games are just gonna, like, the boxes are all gonna open and the pieces are gonna commingle, and then you won't know which pieces go to which game.
That'll be awesome.
And then I turn into Gollum from Lord of the Rings because I'm going to find them all.
Has the sound of glass shattered in there yet?
In the box as he's pulling it with you guys?
Yeah, as he's thumping it around, dropping it on the ground, stuff like that.
Nope.
Okay.
Leaving a wet trail behind.
Just a giant scratch line.
Let's search the
cavern.
There's
strange tracks. It leaves these grooves in the stone. They always seem to be about as far apart as a consistent distance apart.
Okay, so it looks like we have one entrance to the west and another one to the northwest.
Yep.
I'd say let's head to the northwest, everyone.
Okay, let's head to the northwest.
Sure. Screech.
So, Gidney, when you get to this room, this is the one that's got that 50-foot drop from where, like, Krieg is to where you are. That's where you're going to toss it off of.
Yeah.
You don't sound happy with this plan anymore.
Thump up each of the stairs.
Yeah.
Stupid. I can't believe it.
Better glow in the dark.
You glow in the dark.
So yes, Gidney takes the iron-bound chest, pulls it with you guys, and then pushes it off when you guys get to this room. It takes a tumble down the 50 feet, and it by all means it does not shatter open or anything like that, but it takes some pretty good damage that the thing can, is not as functional of a chest as it once was, and so you guys can probably pry it open much easier than before.
A 6-inch divot in the floor, and it's still as good as new.
Pry it open. What's in it? What games does Gidney get to have in it from it?
Well, Gidney, you once played a game called Yahtzee. I don't know if you remember that.
I like Yahtzee.
When you did seem to like Yahtzee, back at the fort, I can't remember what its name was. But yes, so to play Yahtzee, you had to spend some of those strange coins. You had, I think, two golden ones that you pulled out. But they
and I stopped him.
Yes, well, they were quite willing to take your golden coins. Thorad was nice to you and made certain that you were playing with the correct copper coins. This chest is full of coins that would let you play Yahtzee, but none of them are the copper kind. There is a total mess of coins all over, but Thorad, actually, probably Krieg is the best at appraisal, but Thorad, you're a dwarf, so you probably know money.
Yeah.
You would probably say that, there's over 1,000 coins here, and you can definitely see golds and silvers mixed in there.
Oh, that's valuable. Close it up.
I don't think we can anymore. The Yahtzee coins are everywhere.
Yahtzee!
Dump it into one of our bags.
That is a lot of poundage.
Yeah, I know.
By all means.
Luckily, I'm really strong, and I'm really under allotment at the moment. So, yeah, I can hold it.
Sure. You pour, and as you pour, you get a really good count of 200 gold, 1,100 in silver, 4 platinum, a ruby, a dagger, and a flask that
didn't break, huh?
Still got stuff. Metal flask.
Ah, nice. Krieg. What's in it?
Krieg grabs it.
When you get a flask.
Opens it up, gives it a sniff. This smells like a good flask of March Rye whiskey. And then he starts, takes a swig of it.
Okay. He gets drunk. Got it. Let's keep going then.
I take the dagger.
Okay.
Okay, I'm still alive. Yay.
It is a nice looking dagger, and it's a little tarnished at points, but overall it seems like it's got a bit more shine than most people's daggers.
I flail it around. Take that and that. Ha ha.
It's Gidney. It slices. It dices. It can make julienne fries.
I can't wait to get the next entrails with this.
Oh dear. Yes,
Thorad, you move to the north out of there as you look back at Gidney with a little concern as he's playing with his new dagger. And you move up, and you can see to the west of you is the room that you were in previously. This is the track that there was a mining cart that would travel down it to the pit.
Mm-hmm.
And so you were in there before. The slaves were in the back there. And so it is this northern room ahead of you that you had not been to yet.
I assume at this point my long strider's expired. Oh yeah, it definitely did. We rested. Never mind. We're good. Okay, cool. So we have explored here with the slaves.
Yes,
and so we're gonna continue north and go this way now.
Sure. Hey, don't just run around like that. I know you love to, and you're like, ha ha ha, there's all this hidden stuff on the map, but you're not supposed to just run around. Thorad, as you move north, just a foul smell just kind of assaults your nostrils as you move deeper down this hallway. As you get to that thin part that you're standing at right now, it is getting a little pungent. And looking in, you see a group of slaves that are just kind of against the wall and such, chained up here.
Start breaking those chains. Start breaking those chains.
And not all the slaves are alive here. There's 2 that have just kind of died. And the others are just totally bleary-eyed as you bring light into them. It's a mix of hobgoblins, not hobgoblins. No, humans, half-elves, dwarves, and half-orcs that are in here.
start freeing them best we can. I'm going to give the one that looks weakest my last good berry.
How many did I give you?
I have 2 left after whatever we spent earlier, and so I knew that I had 2 left. I don't know how much other stuff you before that, but I know I had 2 left according to my notes, and now I have 0. Probably better this way, since we both know that where your good berries come from are not berries I want to be eaten. But it'll save their lives.
We're definitely going to free all of these slaves and do what we can to go and help them get back up and let them know that we freed their compatriots, and they're outside of the caves here. Do they need us to go and lead them out, or can they make their way there?
I don't know. I only know between here and where we work. I don't know any other part of the cave.
Okay, I'll start leading them out.
Yeah, let's go ahead and...
How did you find us?
It's a long story. We'll tell you on the way back to Tent Town in Bard's Gate.
Stairs go up. Stairs go down.
Sure, Gidney's version's faster. That's Gidney, I'm Thorag.
Thank you so much for coming. I didn't know how much longer I'd hold on by any means. You get the idea that, different ones of them have probably been here for different times. The ones that definitely seem like they've been here for a longer time are weaker. The ones out of the slaves, and this is true of both the groups, anybody who seems like they were, at all strong, at all fit, they seem like they
Muscle
were all
atrophy?
out of the newer batches.
Okay.
So, but yeah, you guys can, bring them, lead them out of this place as well.
And they're all from Bard's Gate area?
Yes, I was out in Tent Town. I was out in Tent Town too. Oh, me too. Tent Town. What a hole. I hate the place. Well, yeah, I mean, that's where I got kidnapped from. Of course I hate that place. We should burn Tent Town. Burn Tent Town.
Burn Tent Town!
I just went to the wrong voice. No, don't burn Tent Town. We're gonna get the people that kidnapped you. Now let's go, keep going. Get them out of here.
I have family in Tent Town.
Mama Bobo will look after you.
You know Mama Bobo?
Yes, she sent us.
That's for all of you.
Oh, good. I didn't know if anyone would come. My name is Corneliu. I live with Mama Bobo.
Then she'll be looking forward to you returning home.
And you guys remember that Mama Bobo did speak about one specific that she was sending you after by the name of Corneliu.
Yeah, she asked us to look out for you. She'll be happy to find that we found you. Can you help us carry the 2 dead ones out so we can at least bury them properly?
Some of them, by all means, help, and the ones that are a little bit stronger, helping the ones that are weaker and such.
Okay, that's what I want to be doing, is making sure we're trying to help each other get them out and all. Yeah. Then once we get them out, it sounds like we go back in and do this again and go to the next spot.
Okay, where are you guys going?
Well, I guess
Was there no door where the slaves were?
Nope, dead end.
I guess we go to this main cavern again and start searching a bit, because everything seems to stem off this main cavern. See if there's anything else. If not, we leave. We don't see anything else.
You guys can go ahead, and if whoever has the best perception out of the group that
I believe that's me.
To be searching, they can go ahead and roll that with advantage.
Okay. I believe that's... Oops, wrong button. Okay.
It's all you.
I rolled really bad.
Twice?
Yeah, I rolled a 3 and a 5. The 5 was the high. I'm special, okay?
I love it.
I find nothing, Brandon.
Okay.
Then we'll start heading up north because we got to get up around the corner there.
Yep.
And I think that's pretty much the extent of it.
Yeah. Head over
We
here.
freed the slaves. Now we have to watch out for the boss. So be careful, everyone.
Sounds good. Let's head that
So
way.
where are you guys heading?
Right up here.
Cool.
And we need to look around.
So up where you are, Thora, that's where the slaves were working that you guys
Right.
rescued earlier.
Yeah, we did this part.
Oh, and I hadn't seen that it ended. So
There's a pit here.
That's the pit that some of them were dumping into, that as you guys came into the room, you had to fight right by the pit.
okay.
Do we
I
want
thought
to
it
drop
said
down the pit
continued
and
up
start
around that
searching?
way.
Do we want to tie a rope and drop down the pit and see if there's a path down there?
Yeah, we could.
Okay,
That
drop
would
a
make
rope.
sense.
Yeah, drop a rope, drop down, and start looking. See if there's a path.
Hey, Gidney, here's a game. All you have to do
Ooh.
is hang on this rope, and then at the bottom, see if you can find anything.
Yay! Before I play the silly orc game, I look down with my dark vision. Do I see anything 60 feet down, first of all?
You know, there's edges that seem to have been worn smooth, some by water, you would think, others by maybe, you saw them dumping things down here. But there's some other areas that are a little jagged that have a stalagmite still kind of growing up as the pit gets a little more narrow as it goes down. But the pit continues outside of your vision as you look down.
All right, so we need more than one rope.
Okay.
Guys, I think we're going to need more than one rope. Maybe 3.
I've got another 100. I got another 50 feet here.
Yeah, we've got multiple. I carry 2. I carry 2 50-foots as it is.
So we got 150,
and then
whatever.
Yeah.
Krieg might have some.
I'm checking Krieg right now. Krieg does not carry rope.
So 150 feet of rope.
Yep, we have 150 feet of rope. Tie it up and check it out.
Whee!
So you guys are going fishing with Gidney?
Yes, fishing
Sure.
with Gidney.
Okay. Gidney, you start getting lowered down, and by all means, it seems like a strange experience as you're Tom Cruising your way into the pit. Your harness doesn't allow you to do all the cool flips that he does, though. You move down, and like I say, it gets a little more narrow, but it definitely seems like it's holding at about 15 foot wide for most of it. As they lower you down, you start to see a bottom towards it, and there's a little motion to the bottom. Not much, but something seems like it might be moving down there.
Hey guys, I found something!
What is it?
Moving!
Stop lowering.
So
What does it
he's
look like? What does it look like? What does it look like?
I don't know, keep lowering! Why'd you stop?
Okay, we keep lowering.
Keep lowering.
Gidney, you start lowering. Thorite, I assume you have dark vision.
I have dark vision, yes.
All right.
I have dark vision. Krieg is the only one that's human.
Cool. Gidney was probably about halfway through your dark vision, as he called out, so he probably saw it a little bit before that point. You guys continue to lower him, and he's Gidney. It keeps getting closer to you. Go ahead and roll your perception check for me, Gidney.
Certainly.
Nice. Gibney, as you move down just a little bit closer, your eyes are making out a little bit better, and it looks like some just kind of water that's just kind of, moving gently, basically.
It's water!
How deep?
I don't know. Keep lowering.
Okay, I'll keep lowering.
And he begins to pass outside of your dark vision, and all you guys see is this rope.
Yeah, I'm going to reinforce my hold in case a current picks him up and starts carrying him away. So I'm going to reinforce our, grab out some pitons and such and spike it in case.
Yeah,
Sure.
we're both holding this rope, so.
Yeah. But, I've got a couple pitons with me, stuff like that. So just reinforce in case.
Kidney, as you are lowered down, this strong scent of salt is just kind of rolling up to your nose off of this water. It definitely, smells like a thick, heavy brine down here with more than a little bit of rot that has probably gone on. You can see as you're passing down all sorts of places where what they're dumping their refuse from digging in the mine here just gets dumped into this pit, and so you see the scraps and such of that caught all over the walls on the sinkhole. And yeah, you go down, and you guys are well into your second rope. And when Gidney finally reaches the bottom, Gidney, you're down here. You see, that pool of water about 15 foot across. What do you do?
Is the where they're lowering me at? Is there a place to land, or am I gonna splash?
You can by all means grab onto some of the wall. Like I said, there's some stalagmites and such that are formed up in here, and so you can grab onto something like that.
Okay, I do, and I yell up, "Stop lowering!" And I begin to look around and seeing what's around the water, seeing if there's anything in the water, seeing where the water's going. That's what I'm mainly doing.
Yeah, you start looking around, and you don't really see the water going anywhere. It just has a very gentle movement to it that you were only picking up a little bit when it first came into view. And looking at the water, it doesn't look like it's all that deep. You don't notice anything moving in it, and it's just filled with this garbage detritus of the stone cuttings, dust that they are just dumping down into here, and the dust isn't really moving. So you think that it's just that you have a big enough piece of water, and that it's kind of shifting a little bit, is what your nature senses tingling tells you.
Okay. I don't really see anything, and it doesn't look very deep. Deep.
What?
I'm going to keep lowering for a little bit.
He said stop lowering.
I know, I'm just going to... I'm just kidding. I know he said... No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I'll start pulling him up.
I go, wee, as they raise me up.
Good, because I was about to go and say, this is the point where you go, wee!
When you're a kid and you ain't got drugs, but you gotta go wee.
Dangling on a rope? 100 feet in the air? Yeah.
It's the only way to do it.
So yeah, you guys are able to pull him up. He comes back up looking all Tom Cruise-y.
Okay. Sounds like we're done in here. We can't find any other way around or, explore. So let's head out. And let's start getting the people back towards Tent Town.
Sure.
Hail the conquering heroes.
I pop out my pan flute to the tune of Mission Impossible.
Wait, what happened to Cher? Cher's your god. How are you not singing and playing the pan flute to something Cher?
Did you get lowered into the pit of death and survive? No. I can play when I want to.
Okay, that's fair.
I think that he's got a point, you know?
The
It's
pit
his party,
of
and he can
death.
play what he wants to. Play what he wants to. Play what he wants to. So yes, you guys are, you know, it's a long walk back to Tent Town. Knowing that these woods are crawling with vicious horses. And you have such a juicy party waiting for them to set upon. But Francis does not lead his barbarian tribe after you. He has given you guys safe passage in exchange for the good that you have done for them. And you do make it out of the woods. You guys know that it's several miles to get back to Bard's Gate from there. But eventually, you know, you're able to get your group over back to Bard's Gate, coming in. All these, you know, slaves and such coming. All of them have shown great gratitude to you guys on the journey that you guys were involved in. And what do you do when you get to town?
Leave.
Go to Mama Bobo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You head back.
All the slaves to Mama Bobo.
All of them?
All of them.
You are now Mama Bobo's property, and you are Mama Bobo's property too.
Bring them all to Mama Bobo at the moment, and we'll figure it out from there. Go to Mama Bobo.
Mama Bobo will have all the answers.
Yep, that's my plan.
So yeah, you guys have, you know,
When in doubt, ask the NPC that sent us on the quest.
you guys have like 25 slaves with you. Is there anything you're doing on the trip, by the way, with them? Get into a little illegal slave gambling ring?
No, talk to them. Talk to them about what happened.
Yeah. What was their experience? How did it happen? Did they notice anything? What did the people that were in the caverns, what did they say? Were there more? And if so, what happened to them?
One of the slaves that had been there for quite a while, all of them have a similar story, is that when the fog would roll in at night, sometimes that they would, you know, get all of a sudden grabbed and then, you know, taken there. They were beaten, brought there. They all have that kind of same shared experience of those events. Happened at night. The fog rolled in really thick, and then they were jumped, thrown onto a horse, and ridden out there. One of the slaves that had been there for a while, he's like, yeah, it was horrible. I've been here, I don't know how long, but I've worked more shifts than I can really count at this point. People would come. There were many guards. Well over 10 people were regularly dealing with us. You guys, I think that there's like 3, 5, 6, 12. There's about 18 people maybe that you guys probably slaughtered that were in the cave rather than the bandit types that were outside.
We prefer the word dispatched.
Pacified. Pacified. Let's try the word pacified.
Eliminated.
We pacified them.
With diplomacy.
But there, every you know, about, I don't know how frequently, but people seem to always be arriving. Every few shifts there'd be new ones, and then periodically they would gather some of them up, and then they wouldn't be there anymore. It's been absolutely horrible. By all means, I thought that I would die there. I don't know. I didn't know for a while why I was always passed up, but then I started to realize that the ones that they would take in this mass, it would always be the young, the strong, people who had been good at work, who had learned how to listen to them, follow their orders as best they could, and work hard despite them being a slave.
And do you know where they were taken?
He shakes his head. He goes, I'm really not sure. I don't know. The girl that you guys rescued out of Cromlin's, she says, I'm not certain where they were taken, but by all means, I heard Cromlin talking one night outside the room. He said that they were shipping them off to the peaks, that they were getting a group ready to be transferred.
That kind of corresponds with the letter we found, so that's helpful.
Yeah, I agree.
Only we knew what peaks they were talking about.
Here, take this. I give her the dagger.
Hatha Peaks. Where are the Hatha Peaks? Hey, Krieg, take a swig of that and tell us if you remember where the Hatha Peaks are.
The Conan message, but that is a tale for another day, comes up.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we get back to Mama Bobo's after learning that information, and then we see about closing this up.
I see that all of you have come back to me, though one of you is not here any longer. Kanananon, it is good to see you, my brother.
Indeed.
She says.
Mm-hmm.
We were worried that you had been taken during the night, when suddenly that you were gone after an attack had happened. I am glad to know that the strength of our peoples runs strong within you. Tell me, what has occurred, and where is the last of you?
Last one died. He passed away while we were sieging the slave encampment, unfortunately. And we give
I look sad.
And then we give her, a download of what we did, what happened, and such like that.
She, listens to the story and is like, well, I thank you, for by all means you have brought back Cornelio to me. I have been greatly worried for him since this happened. Since you left, they have not come again during the night. That was 3 days ago. I hope that you have stopped the attacks from coming.
I believe we pacified them, yes. Unfortunately, there is more to the story on the Hatha Peaks. That is for another time. Some of them, the strongest and the youngest, most able-bodied, were being transferred to the Hatha Peaks for other work, which means that there may be other attacks elsewhere in order to accrue the assets, as they call it. But they should not come to Tent City any longer.
Especially if you burn it.
No, Gidney, we're not burning Tent City.
She looks very confused.
Gidney's been hit on the head about 6 too many times while we were out there, and he's never been hit on the head before that, so he's just adjusting. Forgive him. Oh, and we need to get Gidney his nap, quickly, before he decides to murder, death, kill Tent City.
Single-handedly.
They're funny.
Well, I must thank you for what you have done. By all means, bringing me back, Corneliu, is something that we shall not forget here. So you will always have a place amongst my people while you are here, should you want it.
Thank you, Mama Bobo.
I'm gonna go back to the forest.
Okay. Live among the horses.
No, my people. I'm gonna open up a Yahtzee club.
Oh dear. Here, take this. And I give him his share of the coins that we found looted for your Yahtzee club.
Oh, I can trade pine cones for these.
So many pine cones.
So many.
I'm picturing, how like when you're in you're watching a movie, it's at that high-end casino and they're playing craps and they do the slow-mo on the dice shot and all as they're rolling. That's Gibney's, but it's a Yahtzee table.
And it's
That's
pine
exactly
cones.
what I'm doing when you open up a Yahtzee casino back home, man.
And it's going to be pine cones. Dice made of pine cones, yep.
Right, and the real coins or the fake poker chips. Mm-hmm.
That sounds great. I actually picture you just painting numbers on the little, on the spines of the pine cones, on the flakes of the pine cones. And so every die is like a D100.
And the gnomes throw the pine cones, and it doesn't matter what it is. They throw all of their pine cones, and it's like Yahtzee!
Yahtzee!
And then they all pick up some of the little coins and go, okay, you get some of these, and you get some of these, and you get some of these. Okay, put them all back in the middle. Get your pine cones and do it again.
It's gonna be great. You don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, long nights of Yahtzee. You scare me.
So as we wrap this up, I guess I would be heading out, taking my money to pay my debt to the guild and getting back in good standing with the guild and getting the cart back to them and heading off to my next, trip.
There's one thing I will mention. You guys had suspicions about who in town might have been related to this, though you didn't find anything or keep anyone alive to talk to about it.
Oh, yes.
See? I told you all.
Well, Cromlin, signed G. Did we meet anybody that had the name starting with G in town? It's been a while. I apologize.
No.
No?
No. You did not, to the best of my memory.
Okay. I would like to try and, before we leave, try and find that person.
But in your guys' defense as to not keeping anybody alive, the fight that the people who might have known anything, that was a tough fight, and you guys.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Guys only made it through. I made that fight pretty tough on you. The two bosses of the dungeon there, you can find them anywhere. The GM just kind of can throw them into any fight that they want to, and so I said, I'll just throw them both together in here and just try and kill them.
What the heck?
Yeah, what the heck?
I know, I'm mean.
Brandon's nice, isn't he? Tough fights for the win.
It was memorable.
It was.
The hands.
So many hands.
It was the glaive.
So I am interested in seeing about trying to find the person that was that worked with them. And part of that is going to be the fact that, when watching for people's behavior when all these freed slaves are back, because someone's going to be a little surprised and, just keep an ear to the ground, listen to any strange things and such like that. And anyone who seems surprised that suddenly all the slaves came back. See if we can find anything.
So the letter that you have as to the G, that more sounds like probably somebody who might be higher up rather than lower down in this operation.
Agreed.
Since C very likely could have been
Cromlin.
Oh my God, yes.
C is Cromlin. We already know that.
That's what my guess is.
Yeah, that's my guess as well.
Intelligence.
That's my guess too.
But yeah, as you guys, as you are watching around, Thorad, you are welcome to make a roll with the dice things. And
what dice roll would you like of me?
Probably insight, but I want to read investigation too.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, you guys could have rolled investigation by all means. Here, back in a room.
Okay.
I'm bad at 5e, so
Okay, so
I was rolling perception, but investigation could have been used before.
for the center room, I did roll that with him.
Oh, okay.
I did
cool.
roll investigation. I know the rules. Don't worry. I'm okay. I picked the right skill.
And so, yeah, you can go ahead and roll insight as you're trying to keep an eye on people around town there, Thorad.
Sure.
And you do have you do have the thingy.
What thingy?
The star.
Oh,
inspiration.
Sure. I'll use my inspiration so that I have advantage. I'll do that. And insight. Let's roll well.
We all know how well inspiration worked for you last time.
Oops, that didn't work, did it? Nope, let me try that again.
And then I died.
Oh, no, it was just lagging a lot.
Okay, well, so the first one, yeah. I got it.
I'll go with your first one because I was like, yeah, I haven't seen anything resolve. You watch, and by all means, where are you watching? What are you doing during this? Do you just crawl up to the top of a Gothic building in Tent Town with capes billowing and watch?
No, I probably would.
I'm Bat Dwarf.
No, as people are hanging out, I'll split the time between Mama Bobo's encampment, where some of that attention would be, and the fort something or other, and be hanging out there because those are the two places that would likely have suspects showing up.
Gotcha. As you are back at the fort, God, it bugs me that I don't remember the name of the fort right now.
Fort Rendezvous.
There we go. I was totally coming up with like forts from Paizo's Rise of the Rune Lords, and as well as other random places, and I'm like, no, that's not it. As you are hanging out at Fort Rendezvous, you definitely do get the sense that Colonel Portland is pretty unhappy to see all of these. He's talking with someone. By all means, I've seen so many of these. The lessers coming back all of a sudden. It seemed like the population was getting better around here, but now it's getting, so much worse. You can see, you can stumble on a halfie anytime you walk out the door.
Yeah, I bet it's not great on your pockets either.
He looks over. He's like, "Oh, no offense meant to you by any means."
No, but I'm certain that you got some. I bet that you have some nice pockets from all the slaves you sold.
I'm sorry, sir. He looks like really taken aback.
We're pretty sure that there was somebody from the inside, Town, feeding information to the slavers, lining his pockets with money and gold. Sounds like you fit the bill.
By all means, you can go ahead and give me your social skill of choice. Because you're not specifically trying to intimidate in the way that you just talked to me. And it could, by all means, be, trying to bluff somebody into doing something. So whichever one you like to go with, Alice. Oh, it was almost that 20 for you.
I know, it was. It was almost 20.
He looks at you and,
I'm casually saying this, just like, drinking and eating, just like I was when I was role-playing that.
Well, you kept saying your pockets.
Yeah. True.
I'm not saying anybody here was doing it, but your pockets got more money in them while slaves were sold. He looks at you and he's like, "Well, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't believe in slavery by any means. I mean, everybody has a place in this world." And with that, there kind of goes that unspoken statement of, yes, everybody has a place, and some of us have a higher place.
I was just about to respond to that. And
Okay.
so I was literally, that's why I was doing the gravelly already. And that's why some of us apparently have a higher place than others. Some of us are meant to work harder than others and eat less than others.
Well, by all means. I mean, I wouldn't say eat less. I'm certain that it's the same wherever you come from, in whatever dirty backwater cave you came out of. By all means, there are those that work more, and then there are those who manage things.
Yeah, people like you, they work. They don't manage because they get used. People that used you, they're gonna throw you away. So if you don't admit it to us now and try and buy some help from us, I'm gonna enjoy seeing your bosses handle you when they find out your inside information just failed an entire slave camp. It's gonna be fun to watch.
And he gets that really
just give
confused
shrug.
look on his face. He's like, I don't know what exactly you're talking about.
Well, you see, the people that you fed the inside information to about when us halfies or stunties came into town that were good for the stock, yeah, well, their bosses just found out that a bunch of them failed them, which means that they need to tie up loose ends, which means that you probably don't want to stick around Tent Town much longer. Because they will know where to find you. Although if you help us and tell us where to find them, maybe we can stop them before they get to you.
He kind of washes as part of what you're saying.
You know, the sale's pretty good. Must have been dwarven.
really sinks in on him, and he looks at you, and he's like, wait, no. They were just taking them. They were just cleaning up the town. They were moving them along.
No, they weren't. And you get to suffer the blows of the blowback. Unless you want to help us. Maybe you can learn. Go ahead, sorry.
I don't know anything about. They just said that they saw the problems in the community, that they wanted to clean things up and make certain that only the right kind of people were here. They had me mark some of the places that people would be. That from the lesser races. I mean, you understand.
Yeah. How'd you mark them?
I tie a little bit of cloth outside the buildings where they were, outside the tents.
And who asked you to do this?
Some men. I haven't seen them for a while, but they would get them out of here. They didn't say anything about slavery, or they just said that they were going to make certain they knew better than to be here.
Hey, excuse me.
I can't believe that this happened. I mean, by all means, I don't want to live next to any of those filthy halfies or anything, but I didn't think that something like that was happening to them. Oh.
I am really trying to restrain myself from knocking the snit out of this guy.
In any harm? He just doesn't want his property values to go down because those dirty, stinking halfies live anywhere near him.
Yeah, right?
You know, I mean, right?
Mm-hmm. Do either of you want to chime in on this conversation?
I joined the party after the fact, so I'm not really, but I'm kind of enjoying the show right now.
Okay.
And I still don't grasp the concept of racism. So,
Okay.
I mean, for me, working with Mama Bobo, I think that the racism has been something that's been just part of it, but it's
like what he's talking about is just the system that you live in,
right,
and on and on.
Right. And so for me, this is just the norm, and I'm suddenly coming to a realization that
it's
maybe
wrong.
my norm isn't, and that it could be different, and that he's the root of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You come live in the forest with me.
I was actually thinking about asking if Gidney needed a pit boss and he should take him with him, because staying around here, yeah. So I was actually already thinking that when I was trying to clear my throat there, if Gidney wanted a pit boss. Hey, Gidney, you want to teach him a more naive way of life? Take him with you to your new casino? Sure that you could use a barkeep or pit boss.
It's a club!
Club, sure. Someone to help you with the club. It's not going to be safe for him to stay here anymore, now that he ratted on his overlords. And failed them. Oh dear. Yes, the Lucky Savage Casino. Yes, Lucky Savage.
That is all I've been able to think of since Gidney, and Homer's speech is like, maybe you could win big and retire to a tropical paradise. The Lucky Savage could be you.
Okay.
So how do you feel about wide open spaces?
I mean, you don't think that I need to leave? I mean,
oh yes, you need to leave. Because see, their bosses are gonna find out that all of them are dead, and they're gonna blame you, even though you had nothing to do with it. But all of a sudden, everyone coming back to town, you failing them, you have information, no matter how little information, they're gonna come for you in the night, and it'll be slowly across your neck. Don't worry.
Alice, I think you're gonna have to roll your deception on this one, because I don't think you believe this.
No, actually, my character believes that they're going to come for him and tie up loose ends. That's honestly what I believe. I believe they're going to come and tie up loose ends and kill him.
So you believe that they specifically identified, because you have the note that's or no, you don't. You have a note that
I have a
is
note.
just kind of talking vaguely about things. And
yeah,
that you
but
think that they have specifically identified somebody. Since you guys pacified everybody that you met in there.
Yeah, well, actually, that's true. Maybe they didn't report it to the boss, but my opinion is that they are going to want to tie up loose ends, and the inside man is someone they're going to want to come kill. And that is genuinely my character's belief. Whether they know about him or not, well, I would assume that, they probably do know about him. That's...
Go ahead and roll your intimidation, which I think is the same as your deception.
Yep, it is. My persuasion's the only high one. 15.
No. I mean, if what you're saying is true, and I would stick out amongst a bunch of knee-high little, nature lovers. I'm much safer here.
Okay. I'm going to take out a rusty dagger, one of the rusty daggers we found in the cave that we just cleansed and pacified, and I'll slide it across the table to him and say, why don't you sleep with this under your bed? Maybe it'll keep you alive. I'm gonna walk out because I genuinely believe. I believe. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I have my own.
I take the rusty dagger since he's not going to take it.
I'm not gonna kill him or do anything to him. I genuinely believe what's coming to him is going to be far worse because they're going to clean up. They're going to clean up. And that's going to hurt. So yeah, at that point, we know exactly who did it. And I will go tell Mama Bobo, because I also think that there in Tent Town there might be a little Tent Town justice. So I'll go tell Mama Bobo about who we found out was the inside man, and see what kind of in Tent Town justice they decide to initiate.
I mean, if you change your mind, I heard they're going to burn this place to the ground, but yeah.
So
Somebody was talking about that. Might have been me, might have been other people. Somebody.
Yeah.
what a great idea, right? I'm going to actually go back and talk with Mama Bobo after the fact as well. But I'm more interested in, is there a possibility of something that this isn't the only way we have to live? And how can we go and make Tent City into something better?
You burn it.
Burn it.
Stop it.
And out of the ashes, like a phoenix, the new city is born.
So, yeah, I'm for me, because my previous character had been investigating the Colonel, and so he was very interested in it and thought that there was something suspicious. For this character, though, he hasn't had any of that as a background, and so it doesn't feel right for me to go and dive into it. But I think that it's interesting just to go and see, him break a bit, sort of admit that, yes, he was responsible in a way, but he didn't think he was doing anything wrong. But, it's this nebulous gray area that's kind of, now he has doubts that his life has been lived fully.
You guys have, you come to her and you unburden yourself with all this, and she, kind of, holds you, and she goes, I have to get to her voice because I'm trying to do something.
I'm a Bobo.
Forget that, Kanan. It's just Tent Town. As in, forget it, Jake. It's just Chinatown. But yeah, that she doesn't see this that there'd be any other way for your people to live here. But part of that also goes to, and this, is that you have something within you that tells you, right and wrong in a way that it doesn't with so many of the other people that you live with. That's just not something that they have. It's not necessarily that they're all evil or anything like that, but you can identify and you feel a strong pull to a better world.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Well,
I kind of do this motion to Mama Bobo.
Oh, hold on.
What motion?
What motion?
No, not the nose-picking notion.
The come down here motion.
I need a good berry.
I mean, maybe later, but...
What can I do for you, little one?
Can I burn his house down?
If we need to do justice with him, we will do something that's far less destructive to the property values around here. By all means. We don't want any goblins moving in. Those people you just can't be with. They're horrible.
But I got this great plan for a Yahtzee club, see? And I kind of grumble, okay.
But once again, thank you all, and Thorad, we will take it into advisement who has been doing such things to our people around here.
Good. Keep an eye out. They probably are gonna come clean house. So, good luck. I need to be moving on. My caravan's leaving in the morning for the mountains. We have another assignment. When I pass through again, I'll make sure to check on you.
And so, yeah, well, we talked about our closes. Thorad's, going to pay back some of his debts that he owes. using the money that he got on this excursion, where he basically told, the two dwarves he was traveling with, hey, we're just gonna hang here for a day. You guys just lay low. I'm gonna go do something. And you brought back the cart.
Brought back the cart. Brought back a lot of money.
And you'll take that money and pay back some of your debt. We've talked about how Gidney is going to go and open up his Yahtzee club. Krieg is going to go on a hell of a bender. And he's also got that note that he had debts to people at the start. They might see some of the money. But what about Kananan, who's having this, by all means, kind of, what is the morality? What is it to live a right life, and what is our responsibility to ensure that we're making the world a better place? Where do we close with Kananan here?
I think he's going to go back to the cave and see if he can find some way to go and track these people down. He wants to go and continue this revenge, if you will. But it's not really revenge. It's more of a, cleansing.
Like Death Wish.
Classification.
If you want company, Thorad will go with you. You can stop him on his way out of town, and Thorad will go with you. Does that sound good to you?
I think that would actually work pretty well.
Okay.
I think that we could probably make a good team and make our way back, take a look at what we can find, and look for some tracks. I mean, we were on a mission before, so
yes.
Although those horses definitely made a mess of all the tracks, that's for sure.
We can look through the books. We can take our time now. Now that we are no longer on the mission, we can look through the books, look through what was left, and see if we can glean more information. And maybe one of the books will have information on the Hatha Peaks and such like that. So maybe there's a clue there. Sounds good. I'll go with you. I'll pay off the debt and head off with you with a clean slate for another journey.
So I get this, is that, you guys are all talking about your plans, and Gidney's like, well, I'll go back with the dwarves, and, when I get back to my forest, I'll just head off there, and then I'm going to open up my Yahtzee club. And Thorad, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go home, and I'm going to pay these debts because, there's people that I have to make things right with. Kananan talks about, well, I'm going to go investigate stuff, and, you guys kind of, the two groups go their separate ways. The dwarves going one way with the cart and all, and Kananan by himself is walking away. And then Thorad kind of looks, and over the shoulder Kananan, their eyes meet, and they kind of get a tear, like it was fun killing people with you and such, but they keep going. And then Thorad just kind of grabs the money and he slams it into one of the dwarfs chests, and he's like, make certain that this money gets back to this person, tell him it's from me. And then in a Bilbo Baggins, I'm going on an adventure kind of run, he just starts, I'm going on an adventure after Kananan. And the two of them meet up, and he's like,
Gidney, you want to come with us?
At first, I didn't know about you, you being a half-orc and all, but I've seen what casual racism can do, so this looks like the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
And Gidney comes up and runs up and jumps on one of our backs with a big hug and says, forget it, I'll make the casino later. I'll make the club later, right?
I bet Gidney's going to make Yahtzee.
No, it's Yahtzee time.
Okay, Yahtzee time. And that closes up this Bard's Gate module. So, Brandon, what module was this again that we ran through?
Cromlin's Ghost.
Cromlin's Ghost. Thank you all. Bye.
And it was a rip-roaring fun time with you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Hey Frog God fans, thank you so much for watching us today. Do you want to see more content? Make sure you subscribe and click that little bell button to be notified.
Don't forget to leave a comment about the content that you want to see on the channel. And if you want to keep up with Frog God Game releases, check out the links in the description below for Facebook, Twitter, and Discord.
And if you want to see more content from Brandon and myself, check us out on Babies with Knives podcast, where we focus on character creation, crash courses, and actual plays for a wide variety of tabletop role-playing games.
And everybody, remember, have fun in the pond.